Hello, and welcome back to More to Life. I wanted to end Black History Month with focusing in on some children's literature. I love books, and one of my favorite genres is looking at children's literature because I have children. I'm always expanding their library, and to me, it's important what our children are reading. So I wanted to focus in on some books that feature children of color and kind of tell what lessons can be learned from these books, what I like about it, and also just read a short excerpt. So that way, if you're interested in purchasing these books, you can go find them at your local bookstore or online and support these authors and illustrators. So the first book up, of course, is Carson's Zoo Adventure, A Lesson on Love, written by myself, T.O. Moore, and illustrated by Haley Campbell. So what I love, well, A Lesson on Love, what I really enjoy about this book is that it teaches a lesson. So within reading about Carson going to the zoo with his family, you also get an idea of a lesson that could be learned from the parent and the child. Something that I always thought was important to do that I saw in other books was to have reflection questions at the end. So that way the conversation can continue between you and your child, and you can dive deeper into this idea of love and what it means to show love for our neighbors, for mankind. Aha, this has to be what my daddy was talking about. With my parents' permission, we find the talented balloon man and quickly return to the sad little girl. Right there on the spot, the kind balloon man constructs an original creation for my new friend Olivia. She is so thankful and happy to have a pretty flower balloon. As we walk to the car after an adventurous day, Daddy asks, "Son, why such a big smile?" I exclaim, "Daddy, I am very happy." With a look of satisfaction, Daddy responds, "That is because you showed love to that little girl. It feels good when you express love and treat people right." The next book I want to talk about is Hair Love. And this is written by Matthew A. Cherry, illustrated by Vashti Harrison. One of the things that drew me to this book is the beautiful artwork. And we have other books that have Vashti as the author and the illustrator. So I love how she draws and how she features children of color. And she makes them look realistic, and I love that about her work. So Hair Love is one of those books that celebrate this crown that our children of color wear. Oftentimes, in times past, maybe children were made fun of for the texture of their hair. I remember at one time it wasn't cool to rock something like this, this natural style. So I like how this is a celebration of this beautiful crown that we get to wear as women of color and children, little girls of color, and boys of color too, but this focuses in on little girls. So she talks about different hairstyles and then how her daddy is important in making these hairstyles come to life. So definitely, if you are looking for a celebration of hair and showing your little girl that her crown on top of her head is so beautiful, her natural crown is so beautiful and so important, you definitely want to pick up Hair Love. Watching carefully, Daddy combed, parted, oiled, and twisted. He nailed it. Funky puff buns. Pretty, and so much fun. Rocky approved too. I put on my superhero cape as the final touch to a perfect look. "Where's my Zuzu?" Mommy called from the door. She could not get in the house fast enough. "Mommy, you've got to be the prettiest Supergirl I have ever seen," she said. "And your hair is beautiful, Zuri. Who did it?" I looked at Daddy and beamed. Mommy smiled. "Very nice. Thank you. We learn from the best," Daddy said as he gave her a big hug. One of my current favorites is The King of Kindergarten. by Derek Barnes, and this is illustrated by Vanessa Brantley Newton. And I bought this for Carson right before he started kindergarten. I was trying to find a book because there's a book for every topic, right? So I was trying to find a book that would help him get ready for school, get excited, get motivated. And this book was the one that I came across. So the King of Kindergarten, I love how the illustrations are diverse. You're going to get these beautiful colors throughout, but you get this storyline of where this little boy is entering kindergarten and this is his new kingdom. So it's a fun story to read. I plan on getting The Queen of Kindergarten. It's not out quite yet. Well, last I checked, I think it's coming out this year sometime. But I will be purchasing that one for when Gracie Girl starts kindergarten. So if you're looking for a child book that will transition them as they become big girls and big boys in kindergarten, I highly recommend this author. The morning sun blares through your window like a million brass trumpets. It sits and shines behind your head like a crown. Mommy says that today you are going to be the king of kindergarten. You'll use a golden brush to clean ye royal chiclets. You'll wash your own face with a cloth bearing the family crest. You'll dress yourself neatly in hand-picked garments from the far-off villages of Osh and Kosh Bagosh. You'll be ready to reign. The last one that I'll look at today is called When Grandma Gives You a Lemon Tree. I love this book. Grayson will even point at the little girl and say, Grayson, Grayson. So I guess she could think that that was her with her little puff. So I love this story. It's written by Jamie L.B. Deanenhan and illustrated by Lorraine Roca. I hope I said that correctly. And this, although the lesson is subtle, it just teaches a child how to be thankful when they don't receive something that they want, and then when they receive something they didn't even ask for. So it teaches them how to navigate those emotions and make good decisions. So this is another book that we love and that we enjoy. Now listen closely. This is important. Place your lemon tree in a sunny spot. Be careful not to overwater. And prepare for battle against intruders. When winter arrives, keep your lemon tree warm. Then wait, and wait, and wait some more. Once the snow melts, it's time to bring your lemon tree back outside. Well done. Sure, you can decorate your lemon tree or hide behind it. Come out wherever you are. But you know what's even more fun? Picking lemons. Woohoo! Pick them, slice them, squeeze them. Come on, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze-a-roo. Ta-da! Now you have lemon juice. So as we end Black History Month, I wanted to take some time to focus on children's literature and some books that we're reading currently in our home. Our library is forever expanding, and I love that. I almost have a problem because I feel like I have to buy a book all the time. But it's always good literature for children that's coming out constantly. And I just wanted to take time to highlight, especially since we're in Black History Month, some books that feature children of color. And it's important for our children to see a diverse group of books. So even if you don't have a child of color, expose them to these books as well. It's important to let our kids know from a young age that in this world there are many different kinds of people. And for those of you who have children of color, it's important for them to see themselves represented in literature and know that they too can have wonderful adventures and celebrate their hair and all the things. So make sure that you are supporting these authors and illustrators. I will provide links to the books, and of course, many of them can be found in your local bookstore, but just make sure you support. Be sure to like this video, comment on this video. I want to hear, what are you reading to your kids? And share this video with all of those who are following you on social media. Thank you. See you next time.